Hello, my fellow individuals. I am Mr. Many Mask Man here, and today I'm going to review Season 7, Episode 11 of The Walking Dead. Now, obviously, if you have not seen the episode yet, then please do not watch this review, as it contains major spoilers, and, of course, possible comic book spoilers. So, this episode, I thought was... It was alright. It was, well, not alright, I think slightly below. It was okay. It was okay. It's kind of between meh and okay. My personal opinion, of course. I guess it's just because there wasn't really anything that captivated me. There wasn't anything that really was something new. Nothing, technically not much resolution. It's still... The whole purpose, I think, was this episode is actually just two things. 2 to 3 things, maybe, which I'll point out right in a bit. But I don't know, it's just the overall feeling when I watched it. It didn't really intrigue me that much. I mean, there's 1 or 2 cool moments, but I don't know. You know, compared to the previous episode, you know, this one was kind of like a very slow, like, you know, steadiness here, and it just didn't... I don't know, the pacing was just kind of... You know, I don't think it's a pacing issue, because it wasn't exactly a slow pacing issue per se throughout the episode. I think it was just... They could have wrapped up what they were mainly doing within almost half of that time. You know? So, but anyways, like you already guessed, this whole majority of this episode focused more on Rick and Michonne. More about their team up, more about their relationship, where they stand, how together they're dealing with this, and what they're preparing for against Negan and the Saviors. Now, in the comics, it was actually Rick and Andrea, but obviously, you know, they already screwed up Andrea's character in the series, so they replaced it with Michonne in this case. But you know, which is, I guess, you know, so far, I'm getting used to the chemistry between them. There was, like, back then, before they were together, there was moments where you can kind of tell there's, like, oh, they should be together, you know, the whole shipping situation. But I don't know, like, when they got together, when they're together, it seems, for me, it doesn't 100% click. Like, I know they love and care each other, but I don't know, it feels... Like, there's still something missing. It's not fully convincing me that, you know, that they're this thing, you know? I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know, you know? It's like, you can tell, and it's not like it's completely like, oh my god, you know, there's no connection whatsoever. There is. I don't think it's just not strong enough yet. This episode kind of helped it. That's one of the, like I said, one of the 3 things that it helped was building that connection between those two a lot more, for sure. You know, so that was, I think that was one of the main points of this episode, was to kind of say, you know, hey guys, remember, you know, Rick and Michonne are this thing together, and we're gonna focus more on that to kind of build that up, you know, with their relationship in this case, and, you know, during the zombie apocalypse. And I kind of see, you know, why they did this episode, but I don't know, it was just, it didn't, I guess maybe because I already got, it was almost like, you know, compared to the last episode, I expected to go higher and higher with this build-up. It felt like it kind of, like in the beginning of the season, you know, this huge build-up, it went down, went up, went down, almost kind of like a graph, you know? Like 2 episodes ago, it kind of went slightly down, and then it went back up with the Eugene and Dwight episode, and now right now it just kind of went down again. And the preview that it showed was going to focus on Carol and the Kingdom and King Ezekiel, which I think this is going to stir up. The next episode, I think, well, actually I'll talk about it in the end. But anyways, but with this one, I don't know, it didn't feel very exciting, and it didn't really feel engaging. I mean, you know, I don't expect action every episode, like always action, you know, but... I mean, I'm all up for character development, like with the last episode, when they were focused on characters and all that, but I don't know, it's just with this one, it didn't really feel much. I mean, it's basically just Rick and Michonne scavenging for the weapons, you know, to to clear their end of the bargain with the junkyard people or the garbage pail people, whatever, that group, you know? That was basically it. That was just their whole thing. But besides their goal, little by little you kind of see how they're dealing with each other, how they have each other's backs, and that very dramatic moment where Michonne thought Rick died. Obviously, when I watched that, it felt very like, it's like, come on, Rick is not dead. It's like, you already know. So it's kind of like, it's like, I get what it was doing. Like, the actors did well, like, especially Michonne's reaction, where she really thought she lost Rick. It's like, the acting was great. It was just, I don't know if it was the way it was written or directed that felt... It's because we already know nothing's happened with Rick, so it doesn't give us that tension or dramaticism what we feel for Michonne's case. But it just didn't, and it was kind of like, are we really doing this? It's like, I know Rick's not dead. It was the freaking deer. And speaking of deer, one of the worst CGIs I've seen of a deer, right up there with the Ring 2. I don't know if you guys remember that, with the Ring 2 deers, CGI deers. That one scene was just bad. I will only forgive it because I think the reason why they just kind of went with the worst of the worst with that deer CGI, I think it's because with their budget, they're saving it up for what's coming ahead. Either for more of Shiva with the tiger, or for what's going to be in the season finale, I think they're saving up that budget to go all out like in this season, upcoming season finale, So for this one, because they know this isn't really a big episode, which honestly it isn't. It's kind of my least favorite so far of this mid-season finale. So far I'll just say right now it's my least favorite. So, but I think that's why they just kind of didn't care with the whole CGI deer case. They just kind of like, they just threw it there. They didn't care. They didn't try because they're like saying, we're gonna save that up for, this upcoming season finale. At least that's what I think. And that's why I don't know, it's like, I don't know if I should fully forgive them, for that. Like, I don't know, maybe could have tried a little more, but if they're really, really going to give us something huge this season finale, and it was worth it, then I would have easily, I'll forgive this CGI deers incident with this episode, So, I mean, I would forgive it. So, and that's the case. That's the only reason why I see they go with that. Because, The Walking Dead's better than that. There's already been so many seasons that, they shouldn't be in a huge budget issue. But unless they are going to go all out, with this upcoming episodes or the season finale, then, okay, I get it. Then fine, I get it. But anyways, enough with the CGI deer incident. I don't know, it's just... I mean, that was one thing, and then, with that scene with Michonne, and then Rick comes out, obviously he's like, oh, he was hiding the whole time. Well, not under the dumpster incident, with Glenn. And then, Michonne drops the sword where Rick throws it and gets that slow motion action, where she does this pretty cool swing, over Katana. But, so, here, I guess, let me try to see the much pros in this episode. I guess one of it is they kind of focus more back with the dangers of the walkers or the zombies instead of humans, like the saviors and all that. So it's kind of went back to this wrath with zombies again, where it's like dealing with the walkers. That's their only threat right now. It wasn't an episode focus that they had to had a conflict with the saviors or another group. It was just normal walkers, trying to get their things done. And there's these group of walkers at a carnival with military guys there with the guns. So, I mean, what are the odds? But I think I recall Rick kind of explained how he kind of read the situation of what happened there. So the carnival thing was a little bit interesting. I think it would have been hilarious if they would have did a clown walker, just like in Zombieland, almost. But I think that would have been, depending how they pull it, how they did it, actually would have one of my other new favorite walkers that they would have done. And that probably would have scared people. I think they would have talked a lot about more on that scene, and that would be the only thing, the only remembrance of this episode, if they would have done something like that. Maybe one clown walker somewhere like that. But I know why is because I think Rick explained that it was a military camp or something during this apocalypse, and something happened where they all got killed or they all turned. So I mean, it wasn't like a normal carnival and then boom, everybody died there. All the people that worked in the carnival or a circus, whatever, are all there. So obviously you won't see any zombie acrobats or clowns or any of that, of course. But I don't know. That would have just been kind of, depending how they did it, they would have been either funny or one of the most scariest things. Since you know the majority of people in this world are afraid of clowns, so they kind of would have went somewhere with that. But you know, it's okay though. So no worries on that. It makes sense why they didn't. You know, it does make sense why they didn't. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like this whole. I guess it's because I don't see that much of that chemistry, that really well done chemistry between Rick and Michonne. I didn't really care that much on the majority of the focus on them. You know, it didn't really. It's like, I get they're together. I get that they have each other's backs. I get it, but it really pushed me more to say, wow. Like I said, the only moments where Michonne thought Rick died, we can tell by Michonne she really loves Rick. That she would have got herself killed knowing that if Rick would have died, you know? So that's like the only thing where I would say, okay, wow, Michonne really loves Rick. And then, you know, when Rick tells Michonne, which it was kind of sweet to say, where Michonne's like, you should lead, you know, once we take down Negan, you should lead this whole new society with all the communities. And Rick said, no, I can't. But I can if it's you and me, or you and I. And I was like, oh, well, that is adorable. But, I mean, but besides that, I was just kind of like, you know, and then they ate some good food for once when they fell down there. But, I don't know, it was just this episode, it's just kind of, it just didn't really do much for me, you know, besides those few moments. Now, with the whole Rosita, it was Rosita and, okay, I guess first with the Tara thing. Jesus, I did not know Judith was that old right now, or big, but it makes sense, because, I mean, time has passed, so they kind of have to keep it up, you know, like, she can't stay as a baby infant for forever, you know, so it just felt weird, because we haven't seen her for so long that you kind of see this time skip jump. It's not a time skip, because technically they didn't do a time skip, it's just her age, it just felt like exponentially, she grew quick, you know, compared to when we last saw her to right now. I mean, last we saw her was with Negan, but it just seems in the scene with Tara, she just seemed a lot older for some reason. But anyway, so one of the other things that I said that it got out of this episode, the purpose of it was to also push Tara to tell Rick the truth, which at the very end of the episode, she was going to talk to Rick, to tell the truth about the group of women of Oceanside. So, because Rick and the Michonne, they finally get all the guns, I think it was 63, to give it to those junkyard group, but they said that wasn't enough. You know, they said, this is all for you guys, now we need all for ours too, so we can both fight together. And you know, Rick had to negotiate, say, well, we keep 20, which was one of the most interesting negotiations out there. They're not really good negotiators, so I'm just going to say that word. You know, they said, we'll give you 5, 10, 6, 10, 7, 10, 9. I'm like, I don't know. I still got to get used to that group. That group sings a little off from the rest of the communities, but we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. So, yeah. But yeah, not really good negotiators. So the issue is that even what Rick and Michonne has gone through, and Rosita, which I'll talk to her in a bit as well, she hasn't found any guns, except for that one, you know, toy gun, which she killed that big female walker, and all that. But you know, I mean, because they needed more guns, that's when it pushed Tara to finally talk to Rick about Oceanside. So eventually, not the next episode obviously, but I think the following episode, Rick and Tara, I don't know how many group of the members are going to go and talk with Oceanside. I don't know how. They're going to negotiate something. Either they're going to need their guns or to join them in the fight and share their guns with the other groups. So now they have two communities for sure with them. You got Oceanside and you got the Garbage Pail group, along with almost everyone or the majority of the Hilltop, and of course Alexandria themselves. And all I need left is the Kingdom. That's the last one they need. to join. And I think the episode is going to probably push King Ezekiel to finally say, you know what, let's fight, let's do this. So next episode for sure will focus a lot more on Carol. It's going to be half a Carol episode and half of a Kingdom / King Ezekiel situation. So it's going to be applied to both. So I'm actually looking forward to that one. So I want to see what pushes both Carol and the Kingdom to fight. You know, something must have happened, probably with negotiation again with the Saviors, that King Ezekiel usually does when they trade and bargain, but well, not trade, but when they give their their half. Something is going to happen, and it's finally going to push King Ezekiel and possibly Carol as well to both join in the fight. So, yeah. At least I know that's for sure what's going to happen for the next episode. That's going to come up. But with this one, yeah. So the whole Rick Michonne thing, I thought it was okay. I get why, but it didn't really click that much to me. Only Tara's purpose there was just for her she was hesitating to whether to tell Rick or not, because Rosita, and now we're talking about Rosita here, she's still being, self-centered, and the whole solo act, like, oh, I'm going to take him down myself, I don't need your guys' help, we need guns, I'm going to go find him without your guys' help, And, Tara's kind of like doesn't want her to go crazy and all that and get herself killed. So she was hesitant to think, should I tell him or not, to get these guns. And then after, with the whole negotiation that it was still not enough guns, then it pushed Tara to say, hey Rick, I need to talk to you privately. And then she's going to tell him, of course. Probably, like I said, we'll see that not the next episode, but the following episode, I assume. Then with Rosita, she didn't find the gun. She started arguing with Father Gabriel, in a way blaming him and herself of what happens. And, Father Gabriel, he's really, really growing on me, actually. Just the words, the way that he talks, and he knows the situation where he's helping out. I think, for me, he fully redeemed himself. Maybe he did a while ago. He actually did a while ago. It's like, for sure, I'm like saying, you know what, I like Father Gabriel now. He's actually not bad anymore. As he, when we first met him in the series, and in the comics, I don't care for Father Gabriel. He's almost like he hasn't really changed much for when they met Father Gabriel in the comics. But in the series, I like what they're doing with him. They're doing it a lot better with him, and they're treating him better in the series. So I like Father Gabriel. He's not bad at all. He's pretty cool. So, go Father Gabriel. He tells it what he has to tell it with Rosita, and it kind of made her think a bit. So, yeah, at the very end of the episode, you see Rosita, she sneaks out to the Hilltop Colony to talk with Sasha. Now, the thing is, she kind of buries the hatchet with Sasha to say, okay, let's do this together. Because you and I, let's take down Negan and Saviors, because no one else is. Rosita's saying they're wasting their time. We don't have time. Let's do this now. It's just you and me. For avenging Abraham and Glenn and everybody. But specifically Abraham is what they both have in common. Well, we know why. So, and then, Sasha's like, alright, but I'll take the last hit. I'll take the kill. Deal or whatever. And they'll basically go guns blazing, and Rosita gives her the sniper rifle, since Sasha is a better sniper. Definitely better than Michonne. I know Michonne's practicing, but I mean, But anyways, so what makes me think, because I heard a lot of, it's not rumors, I think it's fact, that Sasha's in this new series. She's going to be in this new series, or she already is. So the majority of times when an actor is going to and focusing on another series, it majority of time means they're probably going to get killed off pretty soon in this series, so they can focus on this new one that they're at. So there's a very high chance around the season finale Sasha's going to die. Between Rosita and Sasha, I think it highly be Sasha. And I think the way they might do with Sasha is, I don't know if they'll do the Holly thing. What I mean by Holly is, in the comics, they take Holly. She was a member of the group. She was the one actually that Abraham had an affair with, where that got Rosita, that him and Rosita split up. It wasn't Sasha. Sasha wasn't a comic book character. So I think they replaced the role, Holly's role, with Sasha's, Holly's role with Sasha. So she might have the same fate as Holly. Where in the comics they took Holly, and I don't know what happened, who killed Holly, but they decided to give Holly back, but with a bag in her head. And then when Denise, when she was still alive in the comics, when she removed the bag, Holly was already dead as a walker and bit Denise's arm and all that. But so I don't know if they'll do it the same treatment with Sasha in this case, where I think something's going to happen where they're both going to, try to kill Negan, obviously kill Negan / maybe rescue Eugene, per se. Something's going to happen, and either Rosita's barely going to make it out alive, and they capture Sasha, or they kill Sasha right on the spot. I don't know. But I think they're just going to take Sasha hostage, and they're going to use a big plan, for her. Well, either they're both going to be kept prisoner, and at the very season finale, they're only going to kill Sasha. Or something happens where they're also going to try to rescue Eugene. And this is what I want to see. When they encounter Eugene, what's his reaction? Is he immediately going to say, okay, yeah, let's get out of here, guys, and automatically, turns on Negan? Well, obviously, Eugene has to turn on Negan. He's still, at least I hope. But I'm pretty sure Eugene is playing with Negan and the Sabers. He's still actually working on the inside to help Rick and the gang. At least that's what I think now. So I don't know how exactly is going to happen when Eugene encounters them. Is he going to still pretend like he's with the Saviors, so Negan doesn't look like he's a traitor? Or is he or this is Eugene's chance where he actually does escape? Maybe him and Rosita escape, and Sasha's the one that gets caught. And then, what happens later, what I just mentioned earlier. So, something's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen in the next episode, maybe the following episode, or before the season finale. Like, around there, something's going to happen between Rosita and Sasha. Something bad is going to happen, I think for sure, to Sasha, just because of what people are saying and all that. So, at least I think that's what's going to happen with them, which I think is still a stupid rash decision to go both solo. I expect just Rosita by herself. I didn't really expect Sasha to join in, I think she would have maybe be a little more hesitant than just say yes, let's just do it together. More like saying, actually I might have to agree with the group. You just have to take time. I want to kill Negan as much as you do, but let's kind of be smart about this and still gather these weapons, instead of just going in guns blazing. But it was just kind of weird that Sasha just kind of went, okay, let's do this, But, it is what it is. So, yeah. But yeah, I was really hoping Rosita would have changed a bit. Back to just not this whole solo act. But she still is, obviously. I don't think she'll change maybe after or during the All Out War. Or maybe during this event where she's trying to kill Negan. And then maybe something will happen, and then maybe that'll finally kind of revert her back to just being normal again, instead of always pissed off 24/7, So, oh well, we'll see then. I don't know if there's anything else missing. I think that's pretty much all I got to talk about for this one. There's not really a lot to talk about in this episode, so yeah. So overall, I think that's going to happen. So next episode is a Carol, King Ezekiel, Kingdom Focus episode, which I'm actually looking forward to, because I think this will be the episode that'll push them, and then I think that'll push both of them to fight against the Negan and Saviors. So I want to see what is the exact cause. That's what I'm looking forward to for both cases, for both of them. And then eventually, probably the episode after will be about Oceanside. Tara's going to tell Rick, and the whole episode's going to focus on them trying to unite or negotiate with Oceanside group. And maybe before the season finale will be Tara and Sasha. Not throughout the whole episode, maybe, but part of it will be them trying to go in and try to kill Negan and Saviors, but obviously something goes wrong. They take maybe just Sasha, or they take both of them. I don't know, and then how Eugene will react, and then something happens, and then the season finale itself. So, which I think will be, we'll see. So it's an interesting pacing, because this was episode 12, so there's still 4 more episodes left to wrap up this season. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, overall, I think the episode was kind of meh, or okay at the very best, for being generous. But to be honest, it's kind of meh. So, but it's okay. Walking Dead's not perfect and all that. So these kinds of episodes will pop out every now and then throughout a season. So it's okay. It's alright then. But yeah, I think that's all I got to say for this one. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and if you like the video, you know what to do. And as I always say here, I hope you guys have a nice day.